Well, first of all, let me just comment on the amount of media attention and internet attention, social media. It's always been part of my duty anytime I have a case similar to this that I do not watch local news. If I'm in the Marietta Daily Journal and I see anything that leads me to believe this might be my case, I don't read it. I don't look at anything on social media. But I must say that it's impossible to not see that it's out there, and it's been very difficult to not look at anything, but I've done my very best. So I feel like I'm going into this on an even keel with the state and the defense. I'm going to grant this man a bond. He's entitled to a bond based upon even the allegations of the state. His history here, he owns property, you said, in the Harrison district. He's educated, he's retired, manages properties, plural, apparently. He's married, he's in the Kiwanis Club. I mean, he's got all that he needs to show me that he's a member of our community.
When I pointed my arm out this way to point to the direction of where it was, that is when he reached down, put both of his hands on Jude, and grabbed him out of my lap.
Caroline Miller, hold on, let's repeat that name for the people in the back. Caroline Miller told Scruff Tough this week. How ya doing, family? We back with the conclusion to the fake Walmart kidnapping story. Make sure you listen, cause Mahendra Patel got the short end of the stick. He got 45 days in jail and a $10,000 bond for trying to help. What's that old saying? Attempted kidnapping case. A judge granted Mahendra Patel a $10,000 bond following the recommendation of his attorney, Merchant. The judge did not find Patel's prior conviction relevant to the situation. The decision was met with applause at the conclusion of the hearing. Wait, so you mean to tell me that Mahendra Patel, the man that helped catch her baby, got hit with a $10,000 fine and jail time, 45 days, no less, no cause? Caroline Miller made a knowingly false accusation. The accuser faced no legal consequences for her false accusation. Let's get into this. The Walmart kidnapping case, a miscarriage of justice.
Calling Miller's credibility into question by bringing up her past with the law in court Tuesday.
There's over 20 police reports in the last 7 years involving Miss Miller.
One of those reports, Merchant actually filed as evidence in Patel's case. She says it shows that Miller falsely accused another person of a crime. According to those court documents, Miller accused a Lyft driver of rape back in 2019. And while the documents state the case was closed without any criminal conviction, Miller joined a class action lawsuit against the rideshare company.
Someone trying to snatch your baby?
Yeah.
Merchant claims Miller is once again exaggerating her claims. So why does the Cobb County District Attorney feel compelled to pursue charges against Patel, despite security video that seemingly shows an innocent interaction?
I think it more becomes a burden on the district attorney's office to do what is right and what is in the pursuit of justice, rather than just furthering what they know now based on the video evidence and based on what we've all seen in the video evidence, what really occurred that day.
A Cobb County judge granted bond to Mahendra Patel, accused of attempting to kidnap a toddler at an Ackworth Walmart. Welcome back, a Scruff Tough family. Today, we're dissecting the bizarre and troubling case of Mahendra Patel, a Georgia man who spent 45 days in jail after being falsely accused of trying to kidnap a child at Walmart. Surveillance footage later revealed a very different story. One of a man simply trying to help a toddler he thought was falling. But here's the twist. The accuser, Caroline Miller, hasn't faced any repercussions for what appears to be a knowingly false accusation. Why? Let's break it down. Go! The incident in flawed accusation. I had to rip my baby out of some man's hands. On March 18, 2025, Caroline Miller claimed Patel snatched her 2-year-old son during a tug of war in the Walmart aisle. But the surveillance video Subpoenaed by Patel's attorney, Ashley Merchant, shows a far less sinister-seeming Patel reaching out to steady the child after Miller's motorized cart clipped a display. No struggle, no kidnapping, just a split-second interaction misinterpreted as malice. Yet Miller's 9.11 call triggered a chain reaction. Patel was arrested, indicted by a grand jury, and jailed without bond for 6 weeks. His reputation was shredded. Witnesses, including a Walmart employee, saw no kidnapping attempt. Patel even returned minutes later to show Miller the Tylenol he'd asked her about. Hardly the behavior of a fleeing
I'm not worried
kidnapper.
about that. I don't believe he poses a risk to the community. The evidence from the video, and I won't comment on what I think the video really shows as far as guilt or innocence. It's not my job today. But the facts do show me that he hung around, and I don't find that he's a flight risk based upon what I saw in the video and what was just, I'll receive it as a proffer from counsel about him hanging around. I'm not concerned that the police didn't get him the same day because he's presumed innocent, and innocent people don't worry about the police coming to get him, so that didn't bother me. I'll grant a $10,000 bond. That was the number you gave me.
Thank you, Judge.
I don't have any problem with it. He can make it any way he wants. It doesn't have to be a cash bond. As far as conditions, let me hear from you, Mr. Evans, as to any special conditions. I would always put in there no drugs and alcohol, not because of the allegations that you've made, but that's every bond I do. And although I'm not a magistrate, I don't grant that many bonds because of reasons you know about. No drugs and alcohol, no contact with the alleged victim or any member of her family. What else do you want?
I'm granting this man a bond. He's entitled to it. Patel was eventually granted bond, but the damage was done. His attorney argues the charges should be dismissed entirely. But what about Miller? Prosecutors haven't pursued charges. Why? 1, prosecutorial discretion, but DAS often prioritize credible accusations involving children, even if evidence later contradicts them. The burden to prove Miller knowingly lied is high. 2, public sympathy. Accusers in child-related cases are given wide latitude. As one legal expert told me, no DA wants to be seen punishing a mom for being overprotective. 3, systemic bias. Go false accusations against marginalized groups like Patel. An Indian immigrant are rarely prosecuted unless they target powerful figures. This case exposes a glaring double standard. Patel's life was upended. Imagine if roles were reversed. What if Patel had falsely accused her of assault? The outrage would be deafening. Could sue for defamation or malicious prosecution, but as we've seen in cases like W. Morgan, in Morgan's false accusations guide in, these battles are costly and rarely succeed. Meanwhile, podcasts like A Wrongful Conviction highlight how false accusations fuel mass incarceration, yet the accusers face zero consequences. A hint, hint, Megan the Stallion, come clean about who pow-powed you. Sorry, that just crossed my mind. Spoke back to Mahendra Patel. Oh, we need a call for reform. And so where do we go from here? First, prosecutors must stop treating accusers as infallible. Second, states should mandate penalties for probably false claims, like Tennessee's False Reporting Act. And third, media must stop amplifying unvetted accusations before the facts are in. As for Patel, his fight isn't over. But this case should be a wake-up call. Justice can't be one-sided. Until we hold accusers accountable, the cycle will continue. Well, that's it for now, family. Subscribe, and always stay scruff tough.
Did someone try to take you from mommy?
Yeah.